planty peeps, my name is Lily, and welcome to Peace Lily Plants. This is Joey.
Hi.
And we are back, coming at you, making some prop boxes for my second plant trade ever. Gasp.
Yes.
How exciting. I was gonna say, so it's kind of like last time where we're just doing stuff and talking about plants, but this time, I think Joey took at least like 2 bullet points on his phone.
Right, so we're so prepared. We're not gonna run out of things to talk about today.
Before we dive right into it, please go ahead and like this video and follow us both on Instagram.
I'm at Where Are the Plants with some like underscores in there somewhere.
Follow us both, and he may or may not be coming to the big screen soon.
Keep an eye out.
Alright, time to get started. Like this video, please, if you don't mind. Please. Please. No, just like this video if you feel like it. And subscribe to my channel for more content like this. More me hanging out with my mom or Joey. So,
what are we propagating today?
Okay, so I'm doing this plant trade with Kelly Hoyas. And she admittedly has way more plants than me. I made an inventory list and so did she, and I have been looking at her inventory list to see what can I give her that she doesn't have already. Not very much. A lot of peperomias. Hope that's alright.
Hope she likes peperomia.
But some of my favorite peperomias she doesn't have, so I mean there's that. Hopefully they'll be easier. And we're just gonna be putting some things in prop boxes and discussing.
Sweet. How are we doing it today? With moss and a prop box?
Yeah, let's just go ahead and plan to do both. Because they're not even that big.
Okay.
So,
cool.
Probably gonna need both. Joey told me that he was trying to think of creative video ideas, which aren't all of us plant tubers trying to think of creative ideas.
Yeah, like I guess it's hard. I don't know. I'm just starting, so
yeah,
I can't think of anything that's like hasn't been done before, really.
I have a Google Doc. Well, okay, let me back up because in response to that, I'll say I do like shamelessly imitate people sometimes.
That's what you have to do.
But I'll like shout them out, be like, I got this video idea from such and such.
Yeah, like didn't you do that with Jacqueline's jungle?
Yeah,
like
and that's how our like friendship ignited.
Yeah,
so
that's awesome.
As long as you give the person credit, I think
it's okay.
It's alright because you give them
like,
advertising.
Yeah, it's the highest form of flattery.
Oh, and the other thing is, I was gonna say that I have a Google Doc. And like, I'll just randomly have video ideas and open the Google Doc and I have to write them down immediately because I will forget. And every time I think to myself like, this is such a good video idea. I definitely am not going to forget this. But then if I don't write it down, I'm like, wait, what was that brilliant video idea that I had earlier?
It's lost. What are some of your ideas? Tell me what they are so I can steal them.
Oh my gosh. My mind is drawing a blank.
She doesn't really have any ideas, you guys.
It's because I write them down and then I forget about them. And then I wait till I'm like, what should I make a video about? And I open the list and I'm like, oh yeah!
Oh, thank God I wrote this down.
Thank you, brain. Thank you, memory, for working so well.
We love that for you.
Okay, creative video ideas, and he couldn't, like, he had the idea, but he wasn't quite articulating it.
Yes.
And then I uttered out a phrase, and he was like, yeah, that's it. So, he was trying to get across the point of, like, the plants that would kind of embody celebrities. Yeah,
so like, if you were to assign a plant to like take Taylor Swift's place at the Met or something, you know, like what plant would that be? What plant is she giving off?
And I was like, oh, like what is their spirit plant?
Yeah.
Instead of spirit animal.
It's their spirit plants.
Yeah, and then I was like, I wonder what my spirit plant is.
And I think it's like not your favorite plant. You have to be more honest with yourself. You have to be like, who am I actually, and what plant fits those characteristics more? My favorite plant is Aglaonema, and I also kind of feel like that might be my spirit plant because they're really boring, and they don't really do much, and they take a really long time to grow, and like, do better. And sometimes they just fail. But they're so beautiful!
Yeah, I love that analogy. That's perfect.
So I think my spirit plant really is an Aglaonema because it takes a long time for me to learn a lesson. It takes a long time for me to like get my ass in gear. But I am a beautiful person.
Okay, I was being arrogant initially. I said that mine is Pink Princess because I'm a rare beauty.
Yes. Who is she? Let's start propagating. Yes. And do we have scissors?
Yeah, so are there some in that tray?
Oh yeah. We're gonna pretend that they're very clean.
Yes. We're gonna pretend I always sanitize them.
These have just been sprayed with alcohol, you guys. So this is a Kalanchoe, and I've never really propagated it before, but it looks like you could do it just like any other succulent, where you could take the leaves off and lay them on top, or you could take stem cuttings and put them in the soil. So we can do both if you want.
Yeah, okay. I feel really stupid right now because I bought a Mother of Thousands and like my brain was not working properly that day. And I kept calling it a bear paw.
Oh.
And then when I went to Walmart and saw this one, I was like, oh, this is a bear paw. And then Joey came over today and he's like, that's not a bear paw. So you know you're qualified to have a plant channel when you like just keep misidentifying everything as a plant and none of it is that plant.
Well, let's do a quick search real quick. What a bear paw? What's the genus of a bear paw?
In my defense, at least this one is A, fuzzy, and B, has little brown tips that are like the tips of a bear paw.
It's, okay, that's true. Yeah, this does look a lot like a bear paw, and it's really soft, and it does have, like you said, the brown tips. A bear paw is apparently a cotyledon tomentosa.
Wow.
I like that word.
It's like what a white lady would name her child.
What white person do you know that's named cotyledon?
Cause like, you know how white ladies are always coming up with like their craziest baby names?
Okay, I see what you're saying. Like, not like a typical like Karen, but more like a white celebrity.
Yeah.
Okay. Like what Taylor Swift's kid might be named. I'm just kind of, I don't know what I'm doing with these cuttings, but
that's okay. While you do that, I'm trying to like be realistic with myself. What would be my spirit
What's your
plant?
actual plan?
Okay, I'm needy of attention.
Okay. Oh,
so,
wow. We are getting deep here, you guys. That was very honest.
Yeah, I'll be brutally honest about myself. Like, I think that a big drive of the extroverted part of me is just like the need for attention.
I only talk to people so that they'll pay attention to me back.
Like, you know, posting selfies on Instagram, stories and stuff, like, I want people to look at me and think I'm hot and cool.
That's so relatable.
So I'm gonna say I'm a Stromathe trio star.
Oh, okay.
I'm needy, but, well, I'm like, I'm debating with myself, like, is it the trio star specifically, or like a different calathea or prairie plant?
I don't know. Do you get sunburned easily? Because
Yes.
that plant does. Okay.
Yeah, okay, so I am a trio star.
That was the deciding factor. I'm glad it was that easy.
But there is pink in it, and like, it's a little
Yeah.
unexpected because the leaf backs are different patterning from the leaf front.
So
And I
true.
feel like I have different sides to me. Yeah, so you're an agglonema, I'm a stomanthe trio star. No wonder we're besties. Like, those
Right.
plants look so similar. They vibe.
Do they?
Well, they're the same sort of like growth pattern.
Yeah, they are.
It's not
They
like
both
a
grow, like-
trailing plant versus.
Right. Yeah, they're both upright. And they both have leaves that look like they've been painted.
Yeah.
They both have very beautiful foliage.
Yeah, let us know in the comments and be brutally honest with yourself in the way that we were.
Yeah.
What is your spirit plant and why?
Or like, what do you think our spirit plants should be? If not what we said they were.
Oh god, I'm scared to know other people's opinions of me. Validate me.
Validate me. Say you agree with us. Okay, where am I cutting this bad boy? This is a variegated jade, by the way, and it's absolutely stunning. Have you shown this off on your channel yet?
No.
It's so gorgeous. I didn't even know that they could come variegated like this.
Yeah, I got that at gazebo. They've had it the last few times, and it's just so beautiful.
Fantastic. I love it.
Now, tell me, where should I cut off? Just a leaf or like part of the stem?
So this is the same kind of thing. You can either cut off a leaf or you can cut off a stem, or you can do both.
I guess both, right?
Yeah,
For like the best chance of success.
sure. And I love these because wherever you cut them, they kind of branch out. And they form like a tree.
Oh, that's what's up.
You see how it's growing like right here?
Oh, yeah,
It'll
yeah.
branch out like that.
Okay, your houseplant collection. Because
Yes.
I could kind of see over your shoulder when you were playing through a little bit of a certain video that he filmed. And, I could see his plants, and like, he had so many plants and they were beautiful. But, I remembered something you said one time. You said, I max out at about 75 plants. And I guess I was wondering, like, has that changed? Do you have more of a tolerance for more now? Do you feel like you have, like, too many? Or are you, like, really content with what you have? Or...
Okay, so here's the thing. Yes, my maximum that I like limited myself to was like around 75 plants. But I work at a houseplant store, so I can't not buy plants. I can't, and it's not even that I always like buy plants, it's just sometimes like people give me plants, or like things break off of plants, or plants die and I bring them home to like recuperate them. So it's just like inevitable that I'm gonna get more plants than I have right now. Like always, I'm getting more. So yeah, I have more than 75 plants now. Way more. Probably closer to like 100 maybe. But I don't think that it's too much for me right now.
Yeah.
I am in a good place, I think, mentally. I think when I said that like I maxed out at 75 before, it was because it just seemed like it was a lot of stress to take care of them, and I had probably just gone through spider mites, I think, and
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like I can take care of more plants now. It doesn't seem like as much of a burden. So, but I'm sure everybody kind of goes through those like seasons where they're like, I hate these stupid plants, like I can't take care of all of this.
Yeah.
And then you go through seasons like right now it's great because all of my plants are pushing growth and I'm not having that many problems with them, and I'm just really excited about them. So
Yeah, when it's absolutely beautiful, as you can see from the background.
yeah.
When it's spring and summertime and they, you know, it's warm and sunny and everything is growing and But I bet in the winter a lot of people, that's when they kind of dip.
We've had it. Yeah, maybe it was like seasonal depression that was like making me not want to have more plants.
Yeah, so I think I have probably like somewhere between 80 and 100. Like, I haven't counted specifically in a little while. But I feel really content with my collection.
Yeah.
Except, like, the ones that are really difficult and dying and struggling get on my nerves, but that's not because I have too many. That's because I hate when my plants aren't doing well.
Yeah.
But, like, all my plants that are doing well, I'm loving them. There's none of them that I'm like, God, I hate this plant so much. Like, I'm feeling good. I'm vibing with it all.
Okay, great. We love houseplants still. So we got our jade cuttings in there. These probably need to be like a little bit more tucked into the soil. To this moss, I should say. I've never rooted succulents in moss. Like, I'm so anxious to see how they do. Maybe you don't need to like cover this up. Maybe you could just like leave the lid off.
Yeah.
Because I don't think they need that much humidity.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. Do what you want. I guess it's all an experiment, right?
Yeah, well, I guess, Kelly, if you want to, as soon as you get the package, just like plop them out and put them in soil.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I forgot that this was being sent in the mail, so it's not really difficult.
So let's do the cubensis, and we'll try to do a few pieces of that. Okay. This is like my favorite peperonia besides the Scandens.
I love this one too.
It's so easy, it's so cute, it's a fun, whimsical little aura. I'm trying not to say the word vibe 50 times.
It's got a fun vibe, I'll say it for you.
It's bouncy.
Yeah, wow.
You guys, plug for my TikTok. I don't think of clever ideas all that often, TBH, but I did think of a clever idea the other day where I like got some bouncy plants and bounced them to the song I Like the Way You Move by Outkast.
I'm loving this throwback story.
Yeah, so
I like the way you move.
And I was like bouncing them on the beat. That TikTok took forever to film and put together. I thought I was gonna go insane from listening to the chorus of the song I Like the Way You Move.
Oh my god.
Like 500 times in a row.
Really? I have to watch this TikTok. I'm not on TikTok. Should I be on TikTok, Lily? Is it fun?
Yeah, the thing is, it's so funny. Like, I'll just sit there and watch stuff and just be laughing my ass off.
Okay. Well, let me do it.
Yeah, and it's like, what? Yeah.
I feel
just
so.
humor.
I feel so old though. Like, I'm at the point where like learning a new social media platform seems like such a chore. So thinking about getting on TikTok and like setting up a profile and like figuring out how to make content is like, Jesus Christ.
Dude, TikTok is crazyville because, first of all, it's like, even though the content is short form, it takes so long to put every little detail in place. Like,
right.
To sync up the music, to sync up the cuts from clip to clip, sync up the text boxes that show up at different...
Yes, and then you have to have like transitions maybe if you want it to be like really like off the charts.
So first of all, it's a lot more difficult for a lot shorter of a thing than you would think. Second of all, I realized, I'm not quite sure how to phrase it, I've realized that humor is a very broad thing. Because I feel like on TikTok, it's like a different sort of humor from watching a YouTube video. It's so hard to put into words, but it's like I'll think of showing my mom TikToks that made me sit there and laugh my head off for 5 minutes straight. But I'm like, if I show it to her, she probably just won't get it.
Yeah.
So it's just like, it's hard to put into words, but somehow TikTok it has its own kind of humor to it.
Yeah, you have to have that like almost like cultural background of like what they're talking about, like meme culture. Yeah,
it's a lot more tedious than you would think it would be. The sense of humor is like a new thing you have to navigate, and then the third thing is that the options of what can be done and how creative you can be are practically infinite, which is a good thing because you can do anything and be like so creative, and you see people have so many different ideas that they execute so many different ways, but also it can be really intimidating, and like I'll just sit there and for 30 minutes or an hour just experiment with different effects and things.
Oh my god.
And try to think of clever ideas.
See, that sounds really fun, but it also sounds like the limitless abilities that you have almost make it harder, because it's like, well, I could do this instead, and that could be funnier, or I could take it a whole different direction, you know? And so you have to like, I don't know, be very confident in yourself.
It is cool that with so many different abilities, you can come up with so many different kinds of jokes, and I'll have to show you some of my TikToks, and then things I'm saying might make sense.
Okay. We'll have to watch TikTok
Yeah,
later.
what do y'all think of TikTok? Let us know in the comments.
I'm sure everybody loves TikTok. It's the new...
Yeah, you know, the reason I made TikTok is because a lot of times when I tell people I have a YouTube channel, like everyone from the assistant at my chiropractor to my cousin who's super country and like the same age as me, like two totally opposite people, they're just like, do you have TikTok? You can really get viral on TikTok.
That's what people have been telling me. They're like, don't even bother with a YouTube channel, just get on TikTok. And I'm like, what? I thought YouTube was like the holy grail.
Yeah.
And I guess it still kind of is, but like, I guess the new thing is TikTok.
One thing that I saw somebody say that made a lot of sense to me was they said that they think that as far as the actual content, people can go to TikTok for something like a review of a makeup product or just like the basics, but people come back to YouTube videos and YouTube people, I don't know, YouTubers, because of their personality.
Oh, okay.
So it's good that we do things like this, and me and my mom have our own dynamic.
Yes.
Which is just me being bitchy, pretty much.
Lily, you're so funny with you and your mom. Like, you're like, well, I guess my mom's not gonna be in the intro. But like, it's so relatable, because like anytime I'm with my dad, I'm just like, Dad.
It's like so short-tempered.
Yeah. Like, why would you do that? I think that's just like an inevitable parent.
Yeah, that's like, just like the
dynamic,
child-parent relationship.
You never really grow out of that all the way. Like, I mean, unless you have like a perfect relationship, but...
Yeah, like I'll hear my mom talking to my grandma in that same kind of like bitchy, impatient way. And I'm just like, God, she's being so mean. And I'm like, oh, that's how I talk to her.
Right. Well, I guess it's like just inevitable that you have to be mean to your parents. Oh well.
Don't judge us.
Maybe not. Maybe we're just mean people. Okay. Pepperomia. What are we cutting off of this baby? Yeah. I don't want to cut anything. It looks so pretty.
It looks so good.
But
this guy grows like crazy. What if you just cut off like a little stalk of it, and then we could do it in like 3 pieces maybe?
Yeah, I like it.
So what are some fun plants that you've gotten in the store recently?
You mean, okay, so let's see. let me talk about this because I've gotten some really cool plants and I've gotten some really crappy plants that I'm very upset about.
Oh.
And I'll talk about those too. I have a lot of rare aeroids. I have like Philodendron El Chaco Red, which I really want to get one of those, but it's really expensive, so.
Those are beautiful.
They're beautiful. I have Philodendron Lynamii, and it's about to put out a new leaf, and it's so gorgeous. It's like all pink, but it's like almost also sunstressed, so it's a little bit more red. I have Philodendron Dark Lord, which is a favorite. Yeah. Pink Princess. Some lady just came into the store yesterday, and maybe not yet. Yeah, it was yesterday. And she bought 2 of these Philodendron Pink Princess, which were like $200 each. And she was just like, didn't even think about it. She was like, I need one for my mom, my mother-in-law, and I need one for me. Where are they?
Like, just dropped $400. Just
boom.
Like, ma'am.
Didn't even look at the price tag, didn't ask how much they were. I was like, I need, what do you do for a living? Because I need to do that instead, so I can go buy these plants. What else do we have in there? We have some Amydrium Zapellianum. We have some Amydrium Medium Silver. Fun stuff.
Yes!
Anthurium Genmanii, which the one that we have has just shot off a huge new leaf, and it's so nice and pink.
Oh wow. And you got the Syngonium.
Oh yeah, the Syngonium Erythrophyllum Cardi Road or something like that. I forget what the common name is, but Syngonium Erythrophyllum. Love that plant. Philodendron Painted Lady. I keep going back to the Philodendron. Oh, we also have Homolamina selby.
Do you have any interest in Hoya?
Yes. We have Hoya calistophylla. Hoya.
Wow.
Yeah. It's very pretty.
Wow.
We did have Hoya rosita, which is like a hybrid between Bertonier and something else. And we did have Hoya caudata Sumatra, which I got one of those, and let me tell you, it is gorgeous. It's got like these dark leaves, and they're really thick, and they have silver speckling on them, but the leaves have like these almost like serrated edges.
Oh wow.
It looks like, I don't know, it reminds me of like a moon drop for some reason.
Wow. It sounds very elegant.
It is very elegant. That's some of the really cool stuff that we have into the store. And then I just got in these. Have you heard of Calesia Pink Panther?
Yes.
Yes, aren't they so gorgeous?
Yes, but they're a pain in the ass.
They're such a pain. I have ordered them like 3 times now, and the first time I ordered them, they showed up looking great. I sold every single one of them in 1 weekend. Like in 2 days, they were all gone. The second time I ordered them, they came in toppled, like they weren't, it wasn't really the grower's fault. It was, I guess, FedEx's fault because they like to drop kick boxes before they give them to you. And so they were all toppled over, and it was kind of a struggle to get those to bounce back. And then this time, I got them in 6-inch pots, thinking that they would be nice and established and like easier to take care of.
Yeah.
I get them in and they look fine at first glance, and I'm like, okay, great. And then like a week later, not even a week later, I take a closer look at them and I just pull them completely out of the pot. Like there was no roots. The base of them had completely rotted and was mushy. Oh. Like they were just literally sitting on top of soil, you know? It's just that they hadn't died yet.
Oh god.
It was disgusting. It was absolutely gross. All of them had like root rot or no roots at all. And the soil was like sopping wet. So don't buy a Calesia Pink Panther. They are not it. There are other Tradescantias that are much hardier out there for you. And maybe not just as pretty, but equally pretty. Oh, we also got these Stapelia gigantica, or gigantea. they're like these succulent cactus, and like the foliage doesn't look that crazy or anything, but then they have these gigantic star-shaped flowers that have like red lines around them. They're so pretty. And the best part is, well, not really the best part, but they smell really bad. They smell like rotten meat. They're like one of those kinds of flowers that like attracts flies, and then that's how it gets pollinated, is the flies pollinate it, because they go there and try to eat the pollen because it smells like meat.
I feel really dumb because I didn't know that flies could pollinate.
Oh yeah.
I thought that was reserved for the cute insects like butterflies.
Well, kind of. But like hummingbirds pollinate plants.
Yeah, well, like cute insects, cute animals. I didn't know the gross insects like flies.
Yes, they're allowed to pollinate too, Lily. Don't discriminate. Alright, I think that one's done.
Yeah.
Are we leaving this one open or closing it? Oh no, this is gonna get shit.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm like not on the same page.
So Joey's grabbing something that a lady from my church was like, I have so many of these and I wanted to bring you some, so here you go. And I was like, oh my gosh, I've never seen those in real life.
Are you ready?
And she was just so nonchalant about it. Get ready.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, boom. You could probably see it before then, but ahoy balloons! You guys, these are so beautiful. I just love these. And like this whole thing right here hasn't even opened up yet.
They're so pretty. Hoya blooms, like I said, I've never seen one in real life up to now. They smell like roses. Is that how you would describe it?
It's so faint. It's like the hint of a rose.
Well, the funny thing is that my other friend came over yesterday and like I hadn't even noticed that they had a smell. She was like, it smells like roses in here. It smells so strong.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy, because I have like my face up in them and I can like barely get a whiff of it. But it does smell very floral, almost also like a gardenia maybe?
You know, I
really
was
good.
kind of wondering what Hoya is that? And Joey asked the same thing. So
It's got this really great black margin on the edge of the leaf.
Come on, you Hoya heads.
And then it's got silver speckling in it. I don't know, but I love it. I'm gonna feel really stupid if it's just like pubic calyx splash or something like that. But...
Yeah, part of me was wondering, like, should I send some to Kelly? And then part of me is like, what if I'm dumb and I'm just like sending her a super common Hoya that she definitely already has?
Maybe Kelly can tell us.
Yeah.
Kelly, let us know, girl. What is this?
So have there been any plants in your collection that you've been on the struggle bus with recently?
Well, I have a couple snake plants that I put. So I have this shelf that isn't really close to a window, and it's kind of close to a grow light, but it's not really. So I put some snake plants on there thinking, oh, they'll be fine for a little while and I'll get some grow lights for this shelf. But you know, I didn't do that. And so now every plant on that shelf is kind of just like browning out and dying.
Oh no.
I haven't watered them, so they don't have root rot, and I'm sure they could like be brought back, but they're just kind of like slowly dwindling away. I think I have like some Sansevieria from like some collection, like they're called like Asian collection. I don't know what the names of them are, but some random Sansevieria in that grouping. My philodendron Brazil is over there, and it's kind of like not doing so happy.
That's sad. That's my favorite plant.
I know. But it's like, I guess I put it over there because I was thinking, if it dies, it's a philodendron Brazil. I can get another one, right?
Yeah.
And I do have another one that's in my other room that's doing very well, so I don't really feel that bad about it. But everything else is doing pretty well.
That's good.
Yeah, I'm very happy with it. Oh, my jewel orchid is not doing well though. I don't know what's going on with my jewel orchid. So I think I overwatered it at some point, and then I didn't water it for a long time, and I just watered it the other day, so we'll see if that was good or bad. I thought it was gonna be really easy. People were telling me, oh, they're a breeze as far as orchids go. No, they're not.
What am I struggling with? The same Hoyas I was struggling with like a month ago.
What happened to
and
your
really for the
Curtisia?
last 6 months, it's dying slowly. I don't know. It just, we just can't work it out.
You can't get it together.
Then what's happened to some of my plants, feel free to leave advice, I guess, is I guess you know, some of them maybe I have watered too infrequently, and it's almost like the opposite of overwatering, where now the roots just won't suck up the water. So like I water it and it's still as dry as a bone.
Harley G just talked about this in her video.
Oh.
Yeah.
I gotta go check her out.
You should. Harley G's great.
And then I soaked them in a bucket of water for a few days, and they still won't soak up the water. So then I'm like, oh, I'm at a loss.
Oh no. Which plants are these?
I have a braided snake plant, and at this moment in the shower, there's a bucket of water with a few Hoyas sitting in there, and I'm like, I don't know what I can do for you.
Just do it. Just grow.
The only thing that I can think of would be to maybe just take all the plants out of their soil and put them in a different medium, like perlite, pond, or moss. It seems like it'd be weird to put a snake plant in moss though.
Yeah.
Or is it? Yeah. And then,
I mean, maybe not. I've never done it, but
theoretically pond seems like a good idea, because I'm like, you know, a rocky substrate, maybe a snake plant would like that, but like I've never done anything with pond,
yeah,
so
me neither.
maybe perlite would be just as good too, because it's like a dry kind of substance.
Yeah, but how would it hold water?
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know how to fix the problem of the roots just will not soak up water. I mean, do you cut off the roots and just try to propagate them again? Like,
I guess you could try that. What's
okay, so we got my big paddle leaf peperomia. That's what I always call it, because I like cannot remember the name of it.
What is this? An obavata?
My paddle leaf pepper?
Yeah, there you go. It's beautiful. I love it. It does have huge leaves, like, they're gigantic.
Somehow the aesthetic makes me think of ducks. They're big.
Like their bills
feet
and their feet.
Bills and
okay.
all that. Like I think of that little duck, that really dumb psychic duck from Pokemon.
Psyduck! Yes. Oh no, yes. Golduck. Golduck. Wait. I don't know, one of them.
I think it's Psyduck.
Okay. Psyduck?
Misty would get so mad
at Yes, Misty would be so pissed at Psyduck.
But then they would randomly like save the day.
Of course, yeah, they would be like drowning, and Psyduck would just like, his eyes would glow and like lift them out of the water or something. And then it would like jump off into the water itself. Wow, Pokemon, what a good show.
Yeah.
I want to rewatch it. They have like the first 3 seasons on Netflix.
Really?
Indigo League, baby.
I just like screamed that. Really?
They really do! It's always satisfying to do the
yeah,
cutting.
ASMR, except we're trying not to get too nasty with it.
Not nasty. Boom.
Boom.
Pepperoni, paddle leaf, duck, bill, psyduck, propagated.
Okay, this is supposedly, it's in depth with no ID. It's kind of like Exotica, kind of like Silvery Splash, kind of like Silver Lady, but it's not any of those. The new leaves are, I mean, they're there, but they're not the most impressive, but
yeah.
We're gonna cut some of the vine, and there's one node that I just want to stick in here for a wet stick and see what happens.
Okay.
And then, long story short, I was growing out Peru for Kelly, Monstera Peru, and I thought it was rooting in its jar because it had been in there for a couple months.
Oh.
And then we looked at it, and like, the plant is firm and it feels healthy and stuff, but for some reason there's no roots, so I might have to hold on to things a little longer, and I'm going to try to root out for her this piece along with sticking the wet stick in here. I haven't had all that much experience with wet stick propagation, so I'm excited to see what comes of it.
I think it's really fun. I think it's really easy too, because you don't have to keep filling it up with water.
Have you had luck? Like, have you propagated things from wet sticks?
Yeah, I actually have a bunch of brandy nodes that are shooting out their little baby leaves right now. I have a Monstera Adansonii Indonesia mint that I got as a node, and it has shot out a couple leaves.
Wow.
So yeah, I think it was already pretty much rooted though when I got it. I think it's a great way to propagate plants, and it's like if you want to do a lot of propagating, it's really beneficial because you don't have to worry about refilling the water all the time. You don't have to worry about leaves rotting in the water. You don't have to worry about leaves dying in the propagation box because you just get rid of all the leaves and you just grow out new fresh ones that are used to the humidity and the conditions inside the box. I've also done that with Silver Sword.
Oh wow!
And I have a couple of those.
I want to see what little tiny baby Silver Sword leaves look like.
They're so tiny.
Cause like that sounds adorable.
Yeah, they're very adorable. But I find that they're harder for me. The Silver Swords are hard for me to get to grow from nodes. I can get them to grow like their leaves, but I can't get them to go much past that. What is your favorite method of propagating, Lily? It seems like you're really into these prop boxes recently.
Yeah, well, I really only have 2 ways of propagating.
Okay. Well,
either in water jars or in these containers of sphagnum moss. I've enjoyed doing it in moss because it's not a lot of work to propagate in water. All you have to do is keep the jar filled up, but in moss it's like even less work.
Right. It's just so much easier almost.
Just put them in there and just go on.
Right. So how did you like start trading plants with people? Because I feel like that's something that a lot of houseplant people do, but maybe I'm not on social media enough to like try, but it feels like people are like trading plants left and right, and I just haven't done that. So
I mean, this is only my 2nd trade, and it's been with 2 small YouTubers, you know, small like me. So I feel like I haven't had to really put myself out there and like find planty people near me, but I will say the last time I went to Gazebo, there was a new girl who worked there, struck up a conversation, and she ended up having connections with other people in our area who are into plants, and she was saying, we're gonna try to schedule a swap soon, yada yada. And then she invited me to join a Facebook group. So maybe it's all about, like, getting in with the social media groups, like you said. Being active on social media. I guess it's just finding the people. The social media is the easiest way to find the people. But then with people like big YouTubers who have private, what do you call it? Like the channel memberships.
Oh yeah, or like Patreon.
Yeah, they meet people within the network of like fans of a certain plant influencer.
Got you.
Cause like Plant Me actually always talks about trading with her subscribers.
I have a variegated bird of paradise that I want to sell.
What?
Yes, let me show you a photo. Oh my god, I have a very Did
you buy it variegated, or was it like you found it?
I found it. It came into my store, and it just happened to be variegated, and so I bought it. And now I'm trying to like resell it.
That's so exciting.
You know, bird of paradise are like really easy. They are, if you're trying to get a plant that's going to grow big kind of quickly and it's not going to be like a pain in the butt, like a palm or a fiddly fig or something, get you a bird of paradise.
Huh.
Because every new leaf is like such a huge payoff. Because it's at least like 4 inches taller than the last leaf. And sometimes it's like a foot taller than the last leaf that it shot out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good to know. Birds of paradise are it, you guys.
They are it.
What's the weather like where you are right now? It is... Well, it's been pretty warm here, but then like for the last few days it's been really cold and rainy.
Yeah, well today was gorgeous.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Sunday and Monday and Saturday even, it was a no. It was gray all day long.
Yeah, I felt like I was in the Twilight movies.
Yeah, it was like, are we in Alaska right now? Why is it so gray outside? And then Sunday was freezing cold. The high was like 55, and I was like, this is May. It's May.
Yeah, like what is happening?
Boom. Prop box. Done.
Yes, alright, we finished our prop boxes. I just tried to clap and missed a little bit there. FA props! Thank you for watching to the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed hanging out with us. And follow us on all the platforms, including the bedeviling TikTok.
Yeah. Well, not me, because I don't have a TikTok.
But follow me. Watch me be kind of cringy, trying to be funny. Like I said, please like this video, subscribe to my channel. And one more thing, wherever you are and whatever your circumstances, bloom where you are planted, honey. See you in the next one. Bye.
Bye. I feel like Sailor Moon, didn't they do like this whole thing? No, they did this. They did this thing. Like our transformation sequence.